I Married Marge, the 12th episode of Season 3, was written by Jeff Martin and directed by Jeffrey Lynch. Now here's where the strangeness actually comes into play for this one, because this one actually aired on the day after Christmas, December 26, 1991. So you're probably wondering, why is that strange? I mean, for many years in the early age of television, most TV shows still actually played new episodes in between Christmas and New Year's in the 50s, 60s, and early 70s, but we're talking about the 1990s here. By this point, most networks had already established that they wouldn't air new episodes between Christmas and the start of New Year's, more than likely because most people are either on vacation or visiting family, so they wouldn't have time to watch TV. And even if they did, the only thing they would be watching are, the NFL playoffs, the college football games, the bowl games on New Year's Eve. And despite the dangers of airing a new episode of a very popular show in between such a slow period of time, once again, this was a bold move by Fox that paid off big time, because the episode actually did very well during the week, averaging 11 million viewers, making it the highest rated show on there that week. And of all things, Julie Kavner actually received a Primetime Emmy Award for performance in this episode. And also, keep in mind, this is also airing on the day after Christmas, and on that same day, the Soviet Union dissolved. So a lot of historical things happened on this particular day, and that was what is obviously the Soviet Union collapsing is a big one, but still. But anyway, enough history. Let's talk about the episode itself, because it is a really damn good one. After worrying that she may be pregnant again, Marge drives to Dr. Hibbert's office. While anxiously waiting, Homer begins to tell Bart, Lisa, and Maggie about how he and Marge got married at a quickie wedding chapel, and how he attempted to prove to Marge's sisters that he can provide for their upcoming child. He's trying to look for a job, and he thinks he can go to the power plant that's opening up, but he gets run out of there when the man who's conducting the interview, Waylon Smithers, basically says, "There's a problem with the reactor. What do you do?" And Homer's reaction is simply, "There's a problem with the reactor? We're all gonna die!" And just runs out of the room. I mean, it's one of the great funny episodes of this show.
There's a problem with the reactor. What do you do?
There's a problem with the reactor? We're all gonna die! Ah! Ah!
And I briefly touched on this in my 20 favorite Simpsons episodes I did on the website back in the day, but I mean, this is just such a really, really good episode. I mean, this one is another one of those episodes where you can put it together with The Way We Was and Lisa's First Word and Maggie Makes Three, kind of like a movie of how the Simpsons family came to be. And this is definitely a really solid episode in the same vein as The Way We Was. Because like in The Way We Was, this contains the story of how the Simpsons family came to be. In the previous episode, we learned about how Homer and Marge got together, and in this episode, we learned about not only how both Homer and Marge got married, but Homer knocked her up, and we also see the struggles Homer faces in order to provide for her and the baby, which of course would later be Bart. It also introduces key moments such as Bart's conception at a mini golf course, which ultimately became a major part of the show's canon. And it also does lead to a lot of good conflicts with Homer, as the episode does a good job of showing his dilemma. He loves Marge and is willing to do anything for her, but realizes that he can't provide for a family. He feels he has no choice but to leave her, yet still provides for her and the baby. When Marge tells him that no matter what he does, she'll still love him, we get that great scene at the end where Homer mans up and faces his fears, which leads to him getting the power plant job, and also allows him to tell off his sisters-in-law, and also, it all feels so rewarding to watch after what we just seen. And it's also hilarious when Homer's so confident that he tells Dr. Hibbert, "Step aside, I'll deliver the baby," because Marge has gone into labor, and Dr. Hibbert's just like, "Homer, I could take it from here," and Homer's just like, "Oh, college boy," and Marge is just like, "Homer, let him deliver the baby," that's a great moment overall, and none of the story feels contrived or forced, and you can actually understand why Homer is going through this dilemma, and it does a great job of playing it as realistically as it can, while allowing itself to go for more silly moments every once in a while. And once again, great comedy overall. I mean, the montage of Homer looking for jobs is great, and great gags that we've seen done to that before, like the one where, they're going to see Empire Strikes Back for the first time, and Homer is walking out with Marge with a line of people waiting to get in, and Homer's just like, "Wow, who would have believed that Darth Vader was Luke Skywalker's father?" And everyone's just like, "Oh, thanks for ruining the picture for me, bud." Like, it's a joke done so many times, but this may have been the first time that joke was ever made. I mean, I don't know. I've seen shows way after this episode have aired that have made that joke, but I think this might have been the first time that did it. Again, don't quote me on that. I'm not sure if that's the case, but you get the idea. The animation is pretty good too, even though there are complaints about how the eyes are way too big that make them look kind of intoxicated. I never saw that, honestly. I just thought that, that's just how as the seasons go on, of course the eyes are going to get a little bit bigger. I mean, that's I mean, did they have to make the eyes look that big? Not really, but it doesn't take away my perception of reality. I thought they were just fine for what they were. But no matter how you look at it, it's another one of my favorite all-time episodes because it does a spectacular job of giving us a good, realistic story about how Bart came to be and how the relationship between Homer and Marge builds and grows stronger. It's a well-written, well-animated episode that continues into a look at how the Simpsons family came to be, and it's another one of my all-time favorite episodes. Can't recommend this one enough. I Married Marge.
Holy cow, you're as big as a house!
Homer, come home with me.
No, Marge. I just can't. I mean, look at me. I'm a trainee. They won't even tell me what's in the secret sauce. And I can't buy you a decent wedding ring.
Any ring is fine as long as it's from you.
Marge. Poor Voo.
Would you mind if I took it off now? The oil is burning my finger.
Oh, sure.